It's time for Rabbi Minkowicz's Weekly Torah Lesson, a place where life's most difficult questions are answered. Here with his spiritual perspective and insight, Rabbi Minkowicz.
Welcome to this week's Torah lesson. This week's Torah portion is Parsha Tazria. The question of the week is, how can you protect yourself from becoming impure? So this week's Torah portion, Parsha Tazria, we learn about the laws of tzaras, where a person becomes impure. So there's an interesting Mishnah that says as follows, that if you're home and a leopard walks into the house, so if he comes into your house, before you know it, he's going to touch something, and obviously the things in the house become impure. Rabbi Yehuda says, what happens if the leopard walks in Erev Shabbat and you're busy lighting the candles for Shabbos? So Rabbi Yehuda says, as long as you're busy lighting the candles for Shabbos, the house stays pure. Why? And the commentaries say very simple, because since you're lighting the candles of Shabbos, you can't talk out and tell the guy, please go out. You're impure. This is a pure house. You want to keep it that way. So as long as you're busy lighting the candles of Shabbos, you can't say anything. So therefore the house is pure. But the minute you finish, then you can tell him, listen, excuse me, you're impure, and please leave. So the Rebbe asks, but the reality is, whether you're busy lighting the candles or not busy lighting the candles, if he's there, what's the difference if you can tell him to leave or not to leave? If we're concerned that he's going to make it impure, what's the difference if you're busy or not? And if we're not concerned, so then why is it that when you're lighting the candles, it doesn't become impure? So the Rebbe explains a fascinating insight as follows. He says, what's the reason why a person becomes a leopard, spiritually? So spiritually, the reason why a person becomes a leopard, because we know the source of leprosy, is because a person speaks lashon hara. When a person speaks bad about somebody else, or at times even good, if it's inappropriate, if it was confidential information, and so on and so forth. So the source of leprosy is lashon hara. Now, that is the spiritual issue with lashon hara that brings upon leprosy. When a person lights Shabbos candles, we know what's the reason why we light Shabbos candles? Because Shabbos candles is to bring shalom, peace in the home, which is the opposite of lashon hara, which breaks people apart. This brings people together. So the Rebbe says, that's why Rabbi Yehuda says, as long as you're busy lighting the Shabbos candles, what does that mean? You're busy bringing people together spiritually? There's no way the leopard, who his source, his negative energy is to break people apart, can have an effect in your home. So therefore, as long as you're busy lighting those candles, he cannot affect the house spiritually by breaking the thing apart. So in other words, if you want to make sure that the house does not become impure by lashon hara, be busy creating shalom, peace, within your family and within your community. So to answer the question, how do you make sure to stay pure always? Be busy uniting people, uniting your family and uniting your community. Then you will not become a leopard, because the essence of leprosy is to create this unity. This week's Torah lesson was dedicated to the memory of Baruch ben Aryeh Leib and Shlomo Ben Yosef. May their souls be elevated by this Torah we're studying in their memory. Thanks so much for joining us for our weekly Torah lesson. For more information about Chabad, please see our website.